Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today, we're diving into the final chapter of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, titled The Beginning. This chapter serves as a conclusion to the events of the Triwizard tournament and the shocking return of Lord Voldemort. It sets the stage for the dark times ahead as Harry processes his trauma and prepares for what's to come. The chapter begins in the hospital wing, where Harry wakes up after his terrifying encounter with Voldemort. Madame Pomfrey treats his injuries while Ron, Hermione, and the Weasleys watch over him. Dumbledore and Sirius Black, in his animagus dog form, arrive, and Dumbledore speaks privately with Harry. The headmaster listens intently as Harry recounts everything that happened in the graveyard, the return of Voldemort, the duel, and the shadows of his parents who appeared during Priori Incantatem. Dumbledore then sends Sirius to contact members of the Old Order of the Phoenix, including Remus Lupin. He also instructs Snape to carry out a mysterious task, later revealed to be contacting his old Death Eater connections. This moment subtly hints at Snape's complex role in the upcoming conflict. Meanwhile, Fudge refuses to believe that Voldemort has returned. He brings a Dementor into the castle, which kills Barty Crouch Jr. before he can testify, effectively covering up the truth. This leads to a heated argument between Fudge and Dumbledore. The minister's denial frustrates Dumbledore, who warns him that they must act now or risk disaster. However, Fudge instead chooses to distance himself, handing Harry his prize money for winning the Triwizard tournament before leaving in denial. Afterward, Dumbledore addresses the students, honoring Cedric Diggory's memory and urging everyone to remember the truth about his death. He was murdered by Voldemort. This moment is sobering, as the joy of the school year fades in the face of the dark future ahead. Before Harry departs, Molly and Bill Weasley help him store his Triwizard winnings, but Harry, overwhelmed by grief, refuses to keep it. Instead, he gives it to Fred and George to help fund their dream of opening a joke shop, insisting that it should be used to spread some laughter in difficult times. As the students board the Hogwarts Express, Harry and his friends reflect on the uncertainty ahead. Hermione reveals that she finally figured out how Rita Skeeter was gathering secrets. She's an unregistered animagus who can turn into a beetle. Hermione traps her in a jar, blackmailing her into silence. On the train ride home, Harry struggles with the weight of what he's been through, but is comforted by his friends. As they part ways at King's Cross Station, he leaves with the Dursleys, knowing that the fight against Voldemort has only just begun. Key moments in the chapter include Harry in the hospital wing. He recounts the graveyard events to Dumbledore and processes his trauma. Dumbledore's secret plans. He sends Sirius and Snape on covert missions to prepare for the coming war. Fudge's denial. The minister refuses to accept Voldemort's return, causing a dangerous rift between him and Dumbledore. Dumbledore's speech. He honors Cedric's memory and warns students to remember the truth. Harry's prize money. He refuses to keep it and gives it to Fred and George to start their joke shop. Rita Skeeter's secret. Hermione reveals that Rita is an unregistered animagus and blackmails her into silence. Leaving Hogwarts, Harry departs for Privet Drive, knowing his fight against Voldemort is far from over. Book versus movie differences. In the movie, this chapter is drastically shortened. The political conflict between Dumbledore and Fudge is absent, and Barty Crouch Jr., as fate is not explored in detail. The scene where Harry gives his prize money to the Weasley twins is omitted from the film. Hermione's blackmail of Rita Skeeter is not shown, cutting out an important subplot. The Hogwarts Express departure scene is much briefer, removing the sense of unease about the future. That wraps up Chapter 37, The Beginning. This chapter marks a turning point in the series, as the wizarding world begins to divide between those who believe Harry and those who deny the truth. What was your favorite moment in Goblet of Fire? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we continue the Harry Potter journey.